Hello, my dear good students. I heartily welcome you for this YouTube class. Nowadays, many were facing the problems regarding their lessons and the concepts what they have to learn due to this corona pandemic. Anyhow, I have tried the little way to approach you and to teach you through these YouTube classes. My dear beloved students, you are very eager to study the lessons. So instead of wasting the much time, I will begin the lesson. Myself, Pradeep from Jnana Gurukula School, Mahalingpur. Being a science teacher, I felt responsibility of me to teach. So I chosen live process lessons to teach you. In this lesson, we are going to see the criteria to decide whether something is alive. The most important criteria if the organism is said to be alive, that is, it must show movements. The movements is of two types. One is external, another one is internal movements. The external movements like birds flying, fish swimming, birds chirping, sitting on the branch of the tree, fish moving in the water. So these all are the external movements which can be visible by our naked eyes. And these movements will decide that the organism is alive. Is it enough? No. The one more thing is there, the invisible movements we need to understand. That is like movements of molecules which took place inside our body to carry out the function. Due to the movement of the molecules inside our body undergo the life process. So, life process means what? The meaning of life process. Life processes are the basic processes in living organisms which are necessarily for maintaining their lives. The basic life processes are nutrition, respiration, transportation, and expiration. Nutrition, respiration, transportation, and excretion are the four life processes were mentioned for your syllabus. Let us begin with meaning of life process. Life processes are the basic processes which are undergo in the living organisms, which will help them to maintain their lives. Very simple. The organisms to be a live alive, it must undergo certain processes. Such processes are said to be life processes. The life processes are the process or the activities or the functions carried out by the organism to remain alive or to remain exist. Such processes are called as life process. Very important question will come from here. What is life process? Very easy. The functions carried out by the organisms to remain alive. To remain alive, it is enough. Like nutrition, respiration, transportation, excretion, nervous system, and reproduction. Such are the different type of the life processes. So, for your syllabus, anyhow, we have only like four life processes in the detail. So that we are going to see one by one. Just a brief. The first one is nutrition. Nutrition means what? Nutrition means feeding and utilizing or intaking of the food and utilizing it by the body is said to be nutrition in a simple words. So in detail if you want to know, nutrition is the life process taking in a living organism by taking the food and organism and utilization by the body for the remain alive or for life processes is said to be nutrition. So for an organism, to remain alive, it will undergo the process of taking food and utilizing that food by that body is said to be nutrition. And the next one is respiration. What is respiration? Respiration is the process in which food will breaks in the into oxygen and release energy. The process of breaking down of the food and release energy and oxygen in cellular parts of the organisms is said to be respiration. Thereafter, transportation. Transportation means movement, excretion, remain exiting the waste of the body. Let us see the first one, the life process, that is nutrition. Nutrition is the process of taking food by an organism and utilizing the body to build the body and for the growth of the body and to repair the body parts and get the energy. So different performance for different functions, the energy going to be utilized which are intaken by the body. And then, so very important, on based on the methods of intaking of the food, there are different types of nutritions are there, or different modes of nutritions are there. So I want to clear you one concept, that is all the organisms, are they going to have a nutrition in the same method or same pattern? No. Each organisms will have the mode of nutrition in the different forms or different ways. Depending on the different modes of nutrition, we have two groups of organisms. First one is autotrophic nutrition and the second one is heterotrophic nutrition. So autotrophic nutrition means what? Auto means self. The organisms are self-dependent. They have ability to produce their own food. So such nutrition mode is said to be autotrophic mode of nutrition. Autotrophic mode of nutrition will, example is green plants and some bacteria which have chloroplast in them. So due to the presence of chloroplast, and green plants and bacteria will have the ability to trap the sunlight and to produce their food in the form of starch or glucose. And such is said to be as autotrophic nutrition. And the second one, very important, it is the heterotrophic nutrition. Hetero means depend or different. So the organisms which can't prepare their own food. The opposite of the auto is hetero, self, and this is dependent. The organisms which are not have the ability to prepare or to produce their own food in the form of glucose or the starch, that organisms will directly depend on the other plants or other organisms. So those are said to be heterotrophic organisms, and such nutrition is called as heterotrophic nutrition. The mode of nutrition in which the organisms get their food directly or indirectly from plants, or such mode of nutrition is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. For example, all the organisms and fungi and some bacteria. So you might have know about all the organisms, especially all the animals. The animals, because animals shall not have chloroplast to prepare the food. That's why they need to depend on the plants for their food to gain the energy to continue the function. So all animals comes under the group of heterotrophic nutrition, and some bacteria with the absence of chloroplast. Such bacteria are depending on the plants or dead and decaying waste of the parts of the body. In this one, heterotrophic nutrition is a very wide range, and that we are going to see in detail about the nutrition in the animals. And autotrophic nutrition we are going to see in detail in the nutrition in the plants how they will prepare their own food and live their lives. So in detail we are going to see these types of nutrition in coming days. Thank you very much for listening to the lessons and be ready for in detail study of types of heterotrophic nutrition and thereafter the mode of nutrition in plants and the process very detail of photosynthesis and there about animals. Thank you very much for listening our lessons and I request you share to your friends, let them know and let them understand and let them utilize by this. So once again say goodbye to all. Be ready and come with a preparation with some notes you have to make through the slides and get ready for your preparations. Thank you very much.